Dear students, in this session we are going to see 8th standard chemistry. The topic is matter. So already you know that what is the definition of matter. So the definition of matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So the various objects which exist around us are made up of some kind of matters. Heat, light and sound occupy space but does not have mass. So hence these are not matter. So do you know what is the matter? What is matter composed of? The matter is composed of tiny particles. So that calls atom, which cannot be seen with our naked eye. So let us understand what these particles are. So such as atoms, molecules and ions. Okay, so the definition of matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Okay, the next topic is symbol of elements. Why do we write symbols? So a symbol is an image, an object, etc. So that stand for some meaning. So for instance, a dove is a symbol of peace. Similarly, we denote mathematical operation by symbols. For example, plus symbols denotes addition, minus symbols denotes subtraction. So the chemistry, in the same way chemistry, each element is denoted by a symbol. Okay. Present system for determining symbols of the elements. What are the methods we have write the symbols? First letter of their English name. That means we write the symbol, first we have to write the first letter of their English name. Example, what is the first letter of oxygen? O. So the symbol is O. And then another example, hydrogen. The first letter of hydrogen is H. So we write H. So symbol of hydrogen is H, symbol of oxygen is O. Okay. Second point, first letter is uppercase and second letter is lowercase. Next step we have to write example, helium. The symbol of helium is He. So the first letter is uppercase, capital letter, capital H, and the second letter is lowercase, so small e. So the helium symbol is He. Next, derived from their Latin names. Some of the elements are derived from their Latin names. One example is copper. The Latin name of copper is cuprum. So the symbol is their Latin names first two letters Cu. So we write C is in uppercase and U is a lowercase. So symbol of a copper is Cu. Why we write Co? So the Latin name of copper is cuprum. So we write Cu. Next, some of the elements using their name of country or scientist. Okay. Next we have to see metals and non-metals. Even today, the index of prosperity of our country depends upon the amount of metals and non-metals is produced and uses. The wealth of a country is measured by the amount of gold is its reserve. So these days, metals and non-metals are used for making tools, machines, cars, utensils, etc. So the elements are classified into metals, non-metals and metallites. First we have to see metals. What is the definition of metals? What is mean by metals? Iron, copper, gold, silver, etc. we use in our daily life. So can you add some more example that you come across in day to day life. Next we have to see non-metals. Non-metals are that elements generally do not shine and they neither too hot nor too soft, or non-metals. All gases are non-metals. Some non-metals are sulfur, carbon, oxygen, etc. So let us see the physical properties of metals and non-metals. First property, physical state. All metals are in their physical state, so except mercury are solid at room temperature. Next, non-metals, solids, liquids or gases at room temperature. Next, hardness. All metals are hard, so except sodium and potassium. Next, generally do not hard. Non-metals are generally do not hard except diamond. And then luster. Luster means shiny. Its surface is very shiny. So metals are generally shiny surface and the non-metals are generally dull appearance. Next, density. Metals, already we know that all metals are high density and then non-metals are low density. Melting and boiling point. All metals are high melting point and the non-metals are low melting point. And then conductivity. Conductivity means metals are highly conductor heat and electricity. So good conductor of heat and electricity. And then non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. So let's see the next uses of metals and non-metals. Iron is used for making bridges, engine parts, iron sheets, bars. Another uses copper. Copper is used for making electric wires, coins, statues. Next, silver. Silver and gold. Silver and gold are used to making jewelries. And mercury. Mercury is used for thermometers and barometers because of its high density and uniform expansion is different temperature. Aluminium. Aluminium is used for electrical wires, cables and airplane industries. Okay, let's see the next non-metals uses. Uses of non-metals. First, diamond. Diamond is used for making jewels, cutting and grinding equipments. Next, sulfur. Sulfur is used for manufacturing gunpowder. Next, phosphorus. Phosphorus is used for making matches and rat poisons, etc. Okay, next we have to see metalloids. Metalloids is the element which exhibit the properties of metal as well as non-metals are called metalloids. So the uses of metalloids is silicon is used for electric wires and the boron is used for fireworks. Okay students, next we have to see compounds. What is the definition of compound? A compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combinations of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. So the compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. Example, water. A molecule of water is composed of an oxygen atom and two hydrogen atom in the ratio 1:2. By mass 8:1. The composed of an oxygen atom is 1 and two hydrogen atoms in the ratio of 1:2 and the mass 8:1. Based on their chemical constitution, the compounds are classified into inorganic and organic. The inorganic means the sources of non-living sources. Non-living sources. Example, rocks and minerals. And organic compounds are obtained from living sources. Organic compounds are obtained from living sources. Example, protein and carbohydrate. So next we have to see compounds in solid. Some important compounds that exist in solid state are, first we have to see solid state. Silica, it means sand. The constituent element is silicon and oxygen. Silicon and oxygen. Next, compounds in liquid. So the constituent element is nitric acid. What are the elements are present in there? Hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. So the compounds in liquid is, example, nitric acid. The elements presented in hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. Next, compounds in gaseous state. So the constituent element is example carbon dioxide. The elements are presented in carbon and oxygen. Another example, methane. The constituent element is carbon and hydrogen. Okay students, let's see the next session.